Greetings!
Hello everyone, welcome in. Welcome. Today we're going to be playing through some of the entries in the MapLabs Presents Hazardous Waste Challenge. Currently August 13, 2026 at 8:25 p.m. and I'm excited to play some maps. I'm sorry about the late start, guys. I got held up a little bit. It's been difficult for me to keep my streaming schedule lately, but I'm happy to still be streaming, you know? So hopefully there wasn't too much of a wait this time. Let me get rid of the MapLabs death clock because we are now past the submission period. I'm no longer working on my entry. I finished it. I'm really surprised that I was able to complete my entry into the Hazardous Waste Challenge on time. I really didn't think that I was going to make it. I was feeling pretty confident on stream, and I think as soon as the stream ended, that's when the panic set in. On Sunday, after I spent all day Saturday streaming MapLabs mapping for my entry, on Sunday night, I got home and I was working on my entry, and then there was a storm and I lost power. And I was trying to finish the voiceover on my laptop while trying to transfer all my files for my workspace from my computer through my NAS to my laptop. It was on an uninterruptible power supply, like a battery, and there was no power in the house. And I was convinced that I wasn't going to make it on time on Monday when the submission period was, but at the end of the day on Monday, the whole map was done and I submitted my entry. I'm really, really happy about that. Now, technically, on Monday, that was the end of the main submission period, and then the bonus period opened, which runs until tomorrow evening in my time zone. Technically, it's Saturday morning, 3 a.m. UTC. But even though the challenge technically isn't over, I'm going to be playing some of the entries early because it's a workshop challenge, so they're all public on the Half-Life 2 workshop. That just means that some of them might not have bug fixes submitted, because technically we're in the time period between the end of the deadline and the final deadline when entrants can submit bug fixes. There could be bugs in some of these entries, and we just need to go in with a little bit of an open mind. For those who aren't familiar, today what we're talking about is Map Labs. It's a mapping challenge for Half-Life 2 and sometimes other Source Engine games. And usually they will come up with a theme and a limited time period, and they'll challenge map makers to create a level that fits the theme within that set period of time. This particular challenge is called Hazardous Waste. It's a unique challenge because this one is for the Half-Life 2 workshop. Most of the challenges are for a unique bespoke mod, a source mod that Map Labs puts out. And so those challenges have more code features because they use something called Map Base that my friend created, which adds a lot of different features for mappers to use. But because this challenge was on the Half-Life 2 workshop, we had to kind of downgrade to the vanilla base Half-Life 2 code and work within those limitations. I found it to be a really interesting challenge. I was missing Map Base the whole time I was working on my entry, but it was kind of cool to have to work around going back to the vanilla code and question, like, what can you do in vanilla Half-Life 2 versus what can't you do? I had a good time with it, and I'm really looking forward to playing some of the entries. What I do for these review streams usually is that I have a form, and I have my own little rubric for how I want to score the maps. I try to score them objectively, so I came up with a questionnaire for myself to ask about each entry. So that way it's less based on my mood at the time or the order I play them in. It's not perfect, of course. There's still some amount of bias and subjectivity, but I try to be as objective as possible. And it's just my way of kind of like reviewing what I thought about each of the entries. Go ahead and hide some fields here. There we go. Yeah, so as I fill out the questionnaire, the scores will populate here. This is similar to how the Map Labs judges judge the challenge, but just to be absolutely clear, I am not a judge. I'm not judging the challenge. This is just purely for fun, me judging for myself. Let me make sure that I post this in the Map Labs Discord as well, in case any entrants want to join in. I'm a little bit behind on a lot of the usual stream stuff I do today. I don't know what happened exactly. Just kind of off of my game. I think submitting the map on Monday really took a lot out of me somehow. Like, I don't know. I've just been in kind of a haze this whole week. Hi Donuts, welcome in. I'm just about to get started with Hazardous Waste. I'm really excited to play the challenge. One last thing I wanted to mention. I think I've gone through just about everything. The last component here is I really want to play this map Toxic Quarry by Lucia, and also most of these don't have titles. That's gonna be problematic. I think there's a map called Intoxication by Danskart. Let me make sure actually. Over here. Yeah. Danskart's map, I want to wait until Saturday to play because I think he might be able to join the stream on Saturday. This is a really unfortunate stream time for European time zones. So unless Dan shows up to this stream, I'm gonna wait until Saturday just in case. You know, I think it's nice to stream entrance maps when they're available. And then also Lucia's map, uh, Toxic Quarry. I don't think Lucia will join my stream, but like just in case, you know, I figure I might as well wait. So I'm gonna try to wait on Toxic Quarry and Intoxication, and instead I'm gonna play Brain Grain and Acid Exchange and Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel. 0 Point Energy Cascade. Those are all the entries. Also, my entry, Poison Control. I figure we might play through that tonight, and then I can collect some bugs that I can try to fix. But I won't have any time to work on bug fixes before Saturday, so I'm not sure if that'll be worth it. We'll give it a shot. How are you doing, Donuts? Let's get started. Which one of these do I want to play first? Usually MapLabs has like an order that the MapLabs releases with, that the admins decide they kind of like randomize it or something. These just, I guess they are in whatever order that I downloaded them in. So, or maybe not. Maybe they're roll a d8. Actually, that's a good idea. Wait. Unless it lands on this one, this one, this one, or this one. That wouldn't be good. I think I'm just going to go in the order that they show up here. I'm going to play this one first. Now, one problem with the Half-Life 2 workshop that I didn't realize until almost when it was too late, although I at the last second I saved it, is they only show the thumbnail for the campaign. They don't list the name of the campaign. So you need to put the name of the campaign in the thumbnail, like how I have Poison Control in the same font that I used for Shadow Walker. And I see Lucia added Toxic Quarry to his. But a lot of these don't have... This one has the name, but it's really small. A lot of these don't have the names, and so I can't actually read the names. It's just a goofy quirk of the workshop, I guess. We're going to start with... What is this one called? Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks Channel by Shoes. Let's do it. Oh. Category. Half-Life 2. There we go. Okay, one more thing. Sorry, I keep saying we're ready and then we're not ready. I'm gonna play on normal difficulty. I always have the biggest temptation to go to hard difficulty because I'm like, I've played so many Half-Life mods. I'm a pro. I can do it. But it's really not fair to the mappers because usually maps are balanced for normal, and you know, with a limited time period, it's hard to say. Hey, Billy Bob Jones, welcome in. We're just about to start playing the entries in Hazardous Waste. Got all my settings. Good. Everything's good. Okay. Keep having to remind myself of the name of this one. Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks Channel. Go. Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks Channel by Shoes. Shoes 1085. I like the starting room. It's reminding me of the start of the canals in Half-Life 2, where you see the two citizens. Oh, these are like laundry machines. Okay. There's a lot of cops here. One thing I noticed about the entries into this challenge is that all of them, except for mine, seem to follow Half-Life 2's visual style pretty closely. Which is, it's, like, I think that's a good thing, but it's like, I don't know, I kind of like both. I like maps that have their own unique style, and I like maps that stick to Half-Life 2's style. It's kind of like, you know, what depends on what kind of mood you're in for what you want to play, you know? I like that we can see the trees outside in this big room. Like a big industrial room. Maybe these aren't supposed to be laundry machines. Maybe they're like turbines or something. To say. Oh, probably something to do with water purification, right? Because that was the theme. Button. That beckons me to press it. Toxic radioactive laundry. Maybe it is. Maybe this is how they decontaminate the laundry from the workers. So, hi, Captain Haxray. Welcome in. Glad you could make it. I really see like a little silo out there. Is this what the button unlocked? I don't think so. It is.
Warning. Hazardous chemical detected.
Ooh, that's a good use of the HEV voice. Oh, this is what unlocked. You know, I think that they should have had a bonus challenge to have the HEV voice play a role in the map. Because my map did that, and then Shu's map, the one I'm playing, also did that. This is a bad sign when you enter the hallway of skulls and vertebrae. Barely see there's a red light under the door there. Pretty spooky. Ah, the airboat. I bet we'll be seeing a lot of that in this challenge. Kind of a sheen on the radioactive goo that I don't usually notice. Put my map in the Discord. Have you had a chance to check it out yet? Nope, not yet. Sorry, it's been a really busy week. I want to play it at some point. Maybe we could even incorporate that into the streams, like Saturday, if there's extra time. I don't know if there will be. Depends on how many entries we get through. But that would be kind of fun to play through it on stream, I think. But yeah, we got our airboat. When's the last time a Map Labs entry used the airboat? Oh, it's clean water. Is this going to be kind of like on a rail, but with the airboat? That was short-lived. On a boat. That's right, Donuts. I really hope we don't have to leave it permanently there. I probably will be able to rotate this thing. Here's zombies. Oh, over here. Come this way. Got him. Pretty small map, but I just want to do multiple parts. Oh, it's okay. I sure we'll have time for. Oh, you know what's interesting? Oh, I didn't realize that poison zombies had a slump animation. I can't remember the last time I've seen it. I really want to bait the poison head crabs into the barnacles. That should kill the barnacles as well. In fact, I just remembered, for a long time in Half-Life 2, I think there was a crash if a barnacle eats a poison head crab. Yeah, I'm misremembering that. Looks like that's, if that was the case, that's been fixed in the 20th anniversary update. It was with poison zombies. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to bait the poison zombie into going to the barnacle. Also, hi, Cheese Dreamer. Guess that takes care of the barnacles. I'm surprised so far no one has pointed out the lore issue that I have in my map with poison head crabs being present. But I will sit. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna be sneaky. I just want barnacles to deal with all these zombies. Yeah, I should save comments on my own map until I play that one. Come on. Do it. Kind of fun. Now we have to bait the poison zombie into a barnacle just to test if that crash bug is still there. Or if Valve fixed it. Has anybody noticed that the animations of the poison zombie are a little buggy? Like they seem way more likely to stick through walls. Oh. Guess I'll just leave him be. Not going anywhere. Yeah. For how to get in here. Oh, I saw that guy sleeping over there. I knew he wasn't dead, by the way. Ah, I see. Now that thing's spinning. Figure out some way through this door, though. Ah, a vent. Clever. Classic hidden vent. Anything over here? Got the revolver. Visually, so far, I think this map is really well done. It's perfectly imitates the style of the canals, like Root Canal. And it seems very well detailed. The lighting is good. Like, there's lots of contrast, you know, between this light illuminates the objective, and this, like, cool light illuminates the side area. So far, visually, I'm liking this a lot. I wonder what the point behind those skulls earlier was, though. Like, I feel like there's some kind of threat here that we haven't encountered yet. Unless it was just trying to be spooky. Ooh, okay, we're in the revolving door. Anyone else get scared every time they go into a revolving door? Me? Rider. Cool tunnel. By the way, I just realized, does my mic sound okay? It's probably in a different spot than it was the last time I streamed, since I had to move it during the storm. I think it's probably good. Let my levels look good. It's maybe a little quieter than usual. Just let me know if I'm too quiet or if I sound muffled or anything like that. I never see the Metrocop stitching in custom maps. It's when they will, like, fire ahead of the airboat. I know there's one more. Broken. Sounds fine? Oh, that's good. Look at how good this area looks. A lot of detail, like a lot of different textures, and like the space is broken up with shapes. Like it's got these like columns and these are there's like multiple different I don't know. I like this style. It looks good. Good to me. I wonder if I should have kept I was thinking about subscribing to a workshop add-on that replaces this rifle, the AR2. The different it was going to replace the AR2 with an XM8, and I almost used it for this challenge, but then I thought, you know, that's probably like I want to play these maps the way the authors intended them. So installing workshop add-ons feels like kind of dirty in a way. I think that would have looked cool. There's a way to get over there. Do with the airboat. Or maybe I can stack. Like I can stack. Trying to hit you over here. Okay, I missed something. I already... Wait, I see. I broke something. Oh, no, the grenades are what I needed. I understand. This is like a little Metroidvania thing. Like, maybe I was supposed to do this. Nope, I was not supposed to do that. Oh, no. Thought maybe I could use that to propel whatever items are in there up and over the fence. No, not gonna bother with that. I think I'm just supposed to, like, throw a grenade down there? Okay, that clearly wasn't the way. Hole in the ceiling or something? That wasn't the solution. Perhaps I missed something obvious. I'm feeling like I missed some context clues, so let's check it out again. Okay. So this, we toggled this. Need to get into there to do the other one. Oh, I bet I can throw it from below. Need to get the airboat to do. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I need to get the airboat to get over there. Window, baby? Yeah, I think I need to throw it through that window. To get the right angle, I might need to... oh, maybe... unless you meant that window. I think that one's bulletproof. I bet I could stand down here on my airboat. Oh. Not the hazardous waste. Not the Map Labs presents hazardous waste. Throw that. There we go. Fire in the hole. Did it. This waste sure is toxic. It sure is. What is this? Some kind of toxic waste? Oh, I see. There's even a little indicator of, like, when we can Use the wheel. YouTube chat is slow. I didn't mean to open. Oh, I'm sorry. Is YouTube behind a little bit? I wouldn't have thought that it was, but sorry about that. Now we can open the gate. It's a nice little puzzle. Hi, Vizzies. Welcome in. Ober. Oh no, no. Wait. So disappointed. How ooh. That's not... We're gonna need to speed run this. Okay. You guys think I can make it in time? Scare me? Oh! Yeah, we did it. Cool room. Whoa. Scale of it. I like that there's combine buildings built into the side of these big pillars too. Cable leading in? Very Half-Life Alyx with that cable. Industrial identification required. Permission to pass may be withheld subject to discretion of Combine Civil Authority or its authorized agents. Press a button. Ah, it's that Combine tower. How do I get up there? I heard a zombie. Hey chat. Combine zombie. Like it's like a zombine. Oh, not like this, not like this. He got me with the quick jabs. Zombine, get it? A combi. That was embarrassing. Chat, just pretend that didn't happen. Wow, look at how cool this room is with the lighting and the pillars and the combine stuff built into the pillars. It's like Half-Life Alyx, and here's this texture from Half-Life 2. It says, industrial identification required. Permission to pass may be withheld subject to discretion of Combine Civil Authority or its authorized agents. Wow, it's very atmospheric. I wonder where I need to go. I've never been here before.
Hazardous radiation levels detected.
Okay, let's try that again. Wow, Combine zombie. What is that, a zombine? There we go. That's what I meant to do. Big door. Men in Black mind wipe, yeah. If this was using the Map Labs template, they could have included hound eyes in this area. How cool would that have been? But alas, this is only the Steam Workshop. Actually, I think this does work better with only vanilla NPCs. This map. Oh, there's that Strider we saw earlier. Foreshadowing, no! gonna like chase me? Oh, it's going fast. Fast Strider. Oh, no, not like this, not like this, not like this. How do I... Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Oh, this is cool. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. That barnacle killed me with the goop. I just got here. Holy fuck, that's a tall-ass canal. Are canals actually that big in Europe? I wouldn't know. But we can pretend that they are. Hi, Electricity Flame. Welcome in. Reminds me of the APC sections from Dark Interval. Yeah, it is kind of like that. I like this use of the Strider. I feel like a lot of maps use Striders in like a very basic way, and this is a more creative way to like add that tension. It feels like a real like Valve Strider encounter. Oh, oh. Still coming. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Oh no, he's right here. I'm not gonna make it. Oh no. Oh. Oh, that was close. Oh, not the barnacles. Oh. Oh, well, like one of those shots would kill me. One of those shots would kill me. Oh. That's so close. Try that one more time, guys. This time I won't bother trying to take out the barnacles. If canals that big, they must be experiencing flood seasons with the side of tsunami. Yeah, those are big canals. It kind of reminds me of, oh shoot. This place I went where they have, locks. Like the water level is higher on one side and lower on the other, and they have these, basically it's like elevators for boats. It looks kind of like this, but I don't think they're that big. I really don't like this, angled, like, fence there. Like, it's supposed to be like a ramp, but you can't... The angle is too steep. You can't ramp off of it. I think that's very frustrating. Oh... You're just getting stuck on a small part of it? No, because if I don't hit the small part, right, like if I go like here, it still doesn't clear it. It's not just the posts, it's like the whole thing. Yeah, it's like there's like a lip. Yeah, this is bad. That's not my fault. That's not set up right. Maybe there's some other way you're supposed to clear it. Like some other part of it that I'm just not seeing, perhaps. I'm not gonna clear this. Nope. I think I gotta go around the edge of it. Here? There we go. That's better. Oh, we got some air. Oh, okay. That works. Uh-oh. I have to very carefully avoid those barnacles. Can drive right through those posts. Right behind me, isn't he? Goodbye, airboat. Ah, here we go. I was wondering if we were gonna get payback time. That's the... I'm gonna kill it first. Ah, here we go. Let's take a look at this canal before we leave. What a gigantic structure. I don't know how realistic it is, but it feels like a structure that could exist, even if it is a little, like, kind of unrealistically tall. I like the skybox, too. I thought that was the door to G-Man's domain. Honestly, Donuts, I thought the same thing, because it's, like, lit up so brightly. I thought that was going to be, like, the white door. See what happens here. We're playing. Back to the main menu. So that was Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks Channel by Shoes 1085. That was a really nice map. Very strong start. Rate it. I think on the presentation side, it's going to get a really high score. Like, there wasn't much that could have been done better, I think, because it's trying to imitate the style of the canals or Root Canal from Half-Life 2, and I think it did that really well. Lighting was good. Now, the aesthetic was actually not unique, because it is based on Half-Life 2, but it was notable because it captured what that aesthetic looks like so well. I like the skybox. I don't remember there being much music. I think there was a little bit of music when we opened the door into the hallway, and there were the skulls, but I don't remember there being any music during the Strider part. Let me know in the chat if I'm just blanking out on the music. Sometimes I do, like, not notice that it's there. Yeah, no, that is a very good presentation. I was able to play through without getting stuck. The puzzle mechanic was opening the gates to let the airboat through. I think what was notable about that was the fact that it's like there's obstacles for the airboat that you have to get out and move out of the way. And there weren't very many cases like that in Water Hazard. There were a couple, because there's like the part where you have to do there's a couple of physics puzzles in Water Hazard. But this felt more like on a rail, where it's like you're like changing the level to like move the airboat down the canal. I guess that's the same, but I don't know. I thought it was cool how the airboat was used. The notable NPC use, I would say, would be the Strider. The Strider was used in a very effective way, because I've never seen a Strider on the water before. I understood who the protagonist is in relation to the world. I think you're Gordon Freeman, but it's like there wasn't much context to the story. Like, are you Gordon? Or are you somebody? You're probably Gordon, but this is kind of just like an alternate take on the canals. I don't know, like, because there was that part with all the skeletons in the waste processing plant. I don't really know what that was trying to convey. There were no bugs. I had fun. It evoked an emotion. I felt panicked when I was trying to escape the Strider. It was very well paced. I thought it lasted about as long as it needs to. It doesn't have a lot of replay value, but it was like, I think the combat encounters were good enough, like with the Strider, to make me kind of want to replay it, but it didn't have any specific replayability elements. I would say there wasn't much of a plot to the map, but there was a good conclusion. They're different things. Might have been a little bit harsh on engagement, but we'll see how it stacks up. How unique is the map? I think what makes it unique is the Strider encounter on the water, and using the airboat in like new and clever ways. So I give it a 7 out of 10 on the uniqueness scale. Your entry is set around a coastal environment. I wasn't sure about this one because it's in a canal. It's not really a coast. I think it is kind of a coastal environment because it's the canal that leads out to the big body of water, probably the Black Sea. We don't really know. But it wasn't coastal specifically, so I'm going to say no. I didn't notice any toilets in the map. There could have been one that I just didn't see. And it did have destruction sequences. That was my favorite thing about I keep forgetting the name, it's so long. Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel. It does contain a destruction sequence, absolutely. Yeah, like the Strider bursting out of the rubble, or it's the Strider in general, like breaking through things. My favorite thing about the map, my favorite part was racing away from the Strider in the airboat. I don't see a lot of maps and mods in the airboat. I've never seen Strider on the water, so that was a novel use of original seas and vehicles. What was my least favorite thing about the map? I got stuck on a sideways dock in the canal trying to escape the Strider. I also wish there were more story sequences to give context. Are we Gordon Freeman? Alternate timeline? Or are we someone else? What would I improve about this map? I think there isn't a lot that I would improve. I would add some short narrative sequences. To create intrigue, and maybe to create some payoff to the ending. Right now, it just sort of fades to white and sends you back to the menu. I'm gonna go for a bit, might be back later. Okay, Donuts, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Very strong first map. I've been having issues with my formulas in my Google Sheet not copying to new rows. Frustrating me. The score so low. Oh, I guess it's because of the bonus. I really shouldn't be taking so many points away, because this was a really high scoring map. I guess uniqueness and engagement kind of dragged the average down. I don't know about that. I might have to change my rubric again. We'll see how the other maps do. That might have been a bit harsh. I don't know. The rubric is always a work in progress, you know? I'm always looking to change it and improve it. This was just way too harsh on that map because I thought it was really good. Anyways, we'll keep going and see how the rest of them are. I think the next map I want to do this one. 0 point energy cascade. Zero-point energy cascade. Try it out. Right off the bat, this is very different. It's using Half-Life 2 textures, but I think actually this might be some Portal textures. I'm gonna say very Portal-esque right off the bat. And I like that they use this gravity gun like holder texture for lighting in the wall panels. Yeah, this is straight out of Portal. Radioactive. Concrete portal. 8 maps. Is that a common number for map labs? Some of them have more. There's some challenges with less. It really depends on the challenge and the timing. Some challenges only have a few entries. Some of them have around like 8 to 12. Some of them have more. Some of them have in the 10s or 20s, or I think the most that I've seen is like 30 some. But that was like exceptional. Yeah, but I would say 8 is a pretty normal number. 0 Point Energy Cascade. Map Labs entry by Silas Sharp. That was sick. I love that title card. Having the title card be like tied to the gameplay and not like something that comes before the map starts is so cool. Music is good too. I hope it isn't copyrighted, or else I'm gonna be in trouble.
Hello? Oh. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Okay, where's the introductory... Here we go. Hello there, test subject and/or staff member. Welcome to the GravTech 0 Point Energy Testing Site. This testing track is currently under heavy maintenance, and you, the test subject, are currently trespassing.
Oh.
That's a bit of a stretch, but alright.
I'm gonna turn down the music just.
I'm here to guide you out of the site. Thankfully, you should be equipped with the HEV suit, or the Hazardous Environment suit, and the 0 Point Energy Field Manipulator. Who made these names? Never mind. Listen, you are in danger, and you need to leave. I have limited sight of the current testing track, but there should be a way into the storage block just beyond one of those walls. Tear it down and come find me in Site 4. Watch out for that orange stuff. It's majorly toxic. And, well, knock you around with it and you'll see.
Ah, there we go. Okay, I'm liking this. Music is too loud for the guys talking. I definitely agree with that. I had issues in my own entry that we're going to see later with the voices not being loud enough. There's a couple of problems, right? It's really hard to get the audio loud enough on voice recordings. When you have characters in Half-Life 2 speaking, there's a way that you can get it to duck all the other audio in the game down, which I learned how to do that for Entropy 02, and I used it in Microcosm. But you can't really do that if it's just like a speaker talking, which is a problem I had in my map too. Also, you can't do closed captions in the Half-Life 2 workshop. Like, that's not okay. I think in my map I'm gonna go back and add game text to do captions, but it really frustrates me that that's necessary because we should have closed captions. I don't know if this map author might have also made closed captions and then they just don't work. I wouldn't blame the author necessarily for the lack of captions. That's probably why Valve had Breen physically on the map for Breencast. I think that was mostly for the monitors, right? So that they could animate his face, so instead of having like a static frames of him talking. But yeah, that might be one of the reasons. GravTech Facilities Testing Track Site 3. Oh, literal testing track. I like this Portal take on the gravity gun. So I'm kind of headcanoning that GravTech made the gravity gun for Black Mesa. But GravTech is maybe like an affiliated company with Black Mesa, and they seem very Aperture Science-esque, so maybe they're like kind of like a competitor to Aperture in a way. Just me thinking. You waste my hazards, still I'm toxic. Hey, Redonkulus, welcome in. I'm playing, what is this one called again? The 0 Point Energy Cascade. And I'm loving it so far. The last entry I played was, the Inner City 17 Canals. I can't remember the full name. But, oh, what is that? So far, we've got 2 great entries right off the bat. These are all I played so far. That looks kind of like the Citadel, but it's shaped differently. Like, is this a different Citadel? Are we in another Combine city? Gravtech is just here? I'm curious about this. Oh. That's a prop from Portal, by the way. There. Some of these textures are from Portal, too. Looks like the City 10 Citadel. It does a little bit. Megamania reference? Whoa, megastructures? No way. Megastructure referenced. But this map, like, this has so much style. You don't want to go to City 5? Does that have a portal icon? Oh, is that because they have portal assets in the workshop add-on? It kept the portal save icon? That's kind of interesting. Ah! I knew something bad was about to happen. There's our toilet.
Did something break up there? Are you alright?
That was the worst jump scare.
I really hope you're not dead. I'm gonna hope you're alive, and if you are dead, then I'll try to set something to resuscitate you, if that's possible at all. But if you are alive, then keep making your way down to me.
Wait. It's like sticks to the goo. Right? What happens? Wait, okay. I have to test drawing toilet. I have to test what happens if I throw away all the props and then I can't progress. I guess I'll die. Guess I'll die. Yeah, I think that's a soft lock. Pretty sure. Like magnetic. Oh, I really like that, actually. Uh-oh. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. I think I misunderstood that puzzle a little bit. Oh, okay. Am I doing something horribly wrong? Is that just me? Backcut walked so this map could run. It is just like backcut, actually. This, like, sticking mechanic. Okay, how do I use this toilet? Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Let me cook. No. Oh, what is this music? This map has jams. It's got the beats. Oh, no. I just have to stick myself to this goo and then, like, roll the barrel across. Feels like revitalization all over again. Slowly irradiating myself. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh no. Okay. We're making it. Oh. Guys, what am I doing wrong? I just have this persistent feeling like I'm doing this the wrong way. You ever get that? I feel about life sometimes. Oh, no. Oh, no. The atmosphere is so good that I'm not even mad that the puzzle is super frustrating. I soft lock myself again. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, not the toilet. No. Toilet's revenge. I still grab the cubes to the last room. Thanks to the stairs that broke aside from backtracking, but you can jump them up. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I understand. Thanks for the tip, Ridiculous. The pit's a bit too far. Yeah, it's too hard. Like, if I was actually going to use the barrels slide around too much to actually be useful for this purpose. And I take radiation damage the whole time I'm trying to, like, maneuver. This one's actually really hard. Okay, so we're gonna take this cube. Take that cube. I can tell these cubes are fizz boxes because they don't receive lighting. I would have disabled the damage trigger, yeah, or they should have at least, at the very least, made the damage trigger really close to the wall, you know? So that if you're standing like 1 unit away, you shouldn't take damage. That's my opinion. No! My cube! No, my barrel! No! This is a disaster. No. The props keep leaving me. Maybe I can use the toilet? No! Impressive concept nonetheless, considering we had to go back to the pre-map-based Dark Ages for this one. That's true. That's a really good point. All this was done with no map base. Not our makeshift companion cubes. Yeah, what a tragedy. These boxes are probably going to be a good bet. Okay, I'm just too heavy. POV janitor after the flex state guy went on a rampage. Even Valve scrapped sticky gel. Now we know the reasons. Oh, my bad. A comedy of errors. I gotta be a little bit more cautious this time, and I think I'm gonna stick to box-shaped things for this. Because if I try to do, barrels, they tend to like roll around and slide around too much. No! Okay, I forgot. I was gonna try to just... I think I'm supposed to stick things on this side and then pull them from that side. I don't really know. You just... Nope. Alright. Lower. I keep getting stuck to the wall. Not like this. Not like this. Intuitively, you think shooting a prop into it would get it stuck instantly, but that's not how it's working. Exactly. Like, it's exactly like Redonkulous said. Like, I was expecting it to be like back cut. But it's not really like back cut at all, because in back cut, the saw blades stick to the walls. It's not like it slides along the walls. The toilet has killed you twice times. Well, we can't say that this map doesn't feature a toilet. Let me try this one more time. I'm gonna stack up all the props and then save. And we'll try to make a bridge across. I guess we get these cool jams to listen to while I'm flubbing the puzzle. Okay, we made it. Okay, wow. Now we have a more typical... Oh, it's turrets, just like in Portal. It really is Portal. No, this waste really is hazardous. I think these sorts are supposed to have voice lines, but you either can't hear them or it doesn't work. He's Dreamer, did you like do testing for this? Oh, how do you know? That'd be cool if they did have voice lines. Oh, man, it's really rough. Oh no, the barrel is sideways. Not like this. Not like this. No. There we go. Info in the credit. Ah, okay. Gotcha. That should have knocked it over. Ah. I'm launching a barrel at. I'm trying. Okay. Doing my best. Okay. Well. There we go. Oh, there's one more. Oh, I heard something. Yeah, I hear the voice lines. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Or
listen, I need you to plug me in so I can get you out of here. Quickly, we don't have much time.
it was an aperture core all along.
There we are. Alright, I can hack the scheduled elevator system to send a lift down here to get you to a safer part of the facility. Once you're in, I'll send you up.
Ah. Now this is getting even more portal-y. I can't take you with me? No, I can't. The mix of Portal and Half-Life 2 assets is so fun. Having so many issues with the voice lines. You know, I would criticize the voices more if the same exact thing hadn't happened with my entry. We will see.
Just give me complete control of the facility. Every security system, every testing track, every malicious code. It's all mine.
Created by Silas Sharp. Technical support, medic.bsp, Arctic Snow Pup. Cast personality core is Jimmy Parker's or Master Talk. Turrets are HL2 or something. Well, I didn't quite catch all the credits. That's okay. Wow. That was a really cool entry. That had so much style. Let's judge. So that was called 0 point energy cascade. Materials looked awesome. The lighting was good. There wasn't a lot of contrasting lighting. Like pretty much all the lighting was orange, but I think it created a good atmosphere. And I never had any issues with where to go. So I think it was pretty good. The aesthetic was impeccable. I love maps that have like their own distinctive style. I was talking about that last time. Trying to create a distinctive style versus sticking to an environment from Half-Life 2. This one went in the distinctive style route and it did it really well. I love GravTech. GravTech is cool. They're now part of my headcanon. I really like the skybox with the Combine City in the background. So I definitely got the sense that this is taking place in like Half-Life 2's world somehow. There wasn't a lot of exposition for the story, but it was just a cool visual. The voice lines were good. Asterisk, they were way too quiet, and I think I would be harsher on that if not for the fact that I was struggling with the same thing. It's really hard to do custom voice acting. I don't know what it is about Half-Life 2 Workshop that seems to make like it's harder. But like I said, I don't know how to do voice ducking in the workshop. I don't know how to do captions on the workshop because I tried to do captions in mine and they didn't work. I bet this creator probably did captions in here and they didn't work. So some technical problems. This had custom music, which is awesome. I love that. Geometry was good. I liked the scene with the personality sphere portal. Good. I think that was a 10, which I don't know. I worry that my ceiling is too low for giving out 10s or 100s on these. I was able to play through without getting stuck. I kind of got stuck in the big goo pit, but I did pull through. It doesn't count as being stuck. The puzzle mechanic was the sticky 0 point energy gravity goo. Brand new puzzle mechanic in a very Portal-esque way. That definitely gets full points. No NPCs. I mean, there were the turrets, which were good. There were the turrets. The turrets are NPCs. Yeah, and they had new voice lines. We know that the protagonist is someone who stumbled into GravTech and they have a hazard suit. We don't know who they are exactly. We know at least a baseline that we're probably not Gordon, but we could be Gordon. It was at least mentioned in the map. I generally understood the story. Now, the last bit of dialogue was cut off because it was too quiet. Handing out very high scores is problematic as long as you are consistent, which you are. Yeah, I mean, it would be a much bigger deal if I was like a judge for the comp, I think, as well. Like I would struggle a lot with like ranking maps against each other. I guest judged Freeze 2, and I enjoyed guest judging. But I have the benefit of, since these are review scores, it's not a zero-sum game. I don't have to rank them against each other. No bugs. Enjoyed it. It evoked a lot of nostalgia for Portal. I thought it was paced well. I think the ending was a bit abrupt. That's the only complaint that I have about the progression. I don't think it had any replay value. I did like the plot and the story arc. The conclusion, like the voice line at the end was too quiet. The idea of you helped the core to hack the facility is a good ending, but it didn't really have a good punch to the gameplay in the ending. I mean, there's the turrets. Turrets were probably a good way to end it. I'm going to give it points because I'm not going to count the dialogue against it. Again, just from my own struggles with the same problem that I've been talking about. How unique was this map? I think it has an extremely unique style. Now, I have seen other maps that try to replicate a Portal style, so it's not totally unique, but I would give it an 8 because it has its own distinctive style and world. And the only reason it's not 9 or 10 is because I have seen other maps that attempt a similar thing. I just think this was done especially well. It was not set around a coastal environment. It did feature a toilet, and it had a destruction sequence. So, 2 out of 3 of the bonus goals. My favorite thing about the map, I liked the aesthetic of GravTech and the idea of recreating Portal in a Half-Life 2 style. The whole map oozes sauce. Can I say that? I need to be more descriptive than that. It map has a distinctive style to both the visuals and the gameplay that made it particularly engaging. Yeah, I think that's it. RevTech is part of my headcanon now. What was my least favorite thing about the map? My least favorite thing was I got stuck on the main puzzle, the bottomless pit, where you need to stick props into the goo, the gravity goo. The problem was I kept sliding off of props or taking too much damage from waiting too long or failing to place props appropriately. I also soft locked myself once on purpose and then again by accident. The puzzle was very difficult and didn't feel as satisfying as I think the idea should feel. What would I improve about the map if given the chance? Doing something to improve vocal clarity, even if it's just lowering the music, placing none soundscapes, rooms with dialogue, would help the story immensely. I also would either disable damage triggers on the wall goo or make them 1 unit wide. There is not so pressured during the big pit puzzle. Hi Donuts, welcome back. We just played a 0-point energy cascade. Is that what it was called? 0-point energy cascade, and it was fantastic. It was like a Portal themed map with the gravity gun. Very, very fun. Let's see what my scores are like. My spreadsheet is set up wrong. I'm not really a spreadsheets guy. Like as a programmer, I feel like I understand the appeal of Excel, but I never want to use it myself. It just seems to work. These scores seem like way too far off from each other. Like this first map, Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel was really, really good. I think I scored it a little bit too pessimistically. I think these should be like about the same. Like I would rate these about the same, but my rubric has them like almost 20 points off from each other, and that doesn't seem right. I need to adjust some things. But let's go to the next map. So we did Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel and the 0-point energy cascade. We're gonna save Intoxication and Toxic Quarry for Saturday. I want to play Drain Grain, and I think I'm gonna do Acid Exchange. Or should I save that one? There might be bonus maps. I don't know if I want to do too many tonight. We've got plenty of time. I think I'm gonna start with Acid Exchange and do Drain Grain, and then I'm gonna do my self review of Poison Control. I was hoping if we can play Poison Control tonight that I could look for any potentially game breaking or serious bugs, and then I can make a note of them and I can try to patch them Because I do think I rushed the submission a little bit. I want to make sure everything's working correctly on that. Play the next map. We're gonna play Acid Exchange. Code graph out of date, rebuilding. How you know it's good. Tunnel is blocked off. I see a message in the top right corner that said warning overflowed client list something. I've never seen that before in Half-Life 2. That's really weird. Developer mode is not on, so I don't expect to see like debug stuff like that. Node Graph, what's his story? Someday we'll learn. Story of Node Graph out of date. Yeah, do you guys see that warning overflowed CC client renderables list group 7? Never seen that before, actually. Like there's head crabs around. Toilet. Something's gotta happen with this toilet. It's one of the bonus objectives. Fuck. No, not like this. Chat, not like this. Kill. I was killed by the toilet. The toilet strikes once again. That's the second map where I've been killed by a toilet in this comp. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. I like keep expecting something to happen with the toilet just because it's one of the bonus challenges, but not necessarily. Crowbar. Need that. Is this door open with a chair? Rotag just really needs to take a shit in all this maps. They can't help it. Yeah, the toilet is the main enemy. A lot of crates. Turn the power on. Too bad I wasted all my health. Falling in the goo. Ah, that dude. Oh. Crowbar. Perfect. Can't fool me. Ah. That might be problematic. Could get through this door if I had a gun. Or maybe I can... Wait. Ah, wait. Oh. There's a toilet here before. You guys saw that, right? I just need to go turn the generator off again. First, I have to make the toilet the primary antagonist. Oh. happened to the... Why do I feel like the toilet's gonna be back? Ah, I see. Now I can need the power on for the gate.
Hazardous chemical detected.
That time I didn't take any damage. Very careful not to touch. You just gotta be very careful not to touch the sides of... Walk on foot. Oh, I see. We can't get out through the main way, but there is an alternate path. I like this little view of the outside. Trees. Like a glimpse of freedom. The other way. Ah! There's a grenade. There's a grenade. There's a grenade. Ah. I picked up a grenade out of the crate, and the head crab scared me. The jump scares are really getting me today. I don't know why. A mildly spooky tunnel. I hear water. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. That was actually a pretty good sequence. Like, it's scary, like, not knowing if you're gonna make it back before the water gets you. That was a really clever scare. Excellent timing, thanks. Waterfall? I think what we're looking at is actually the super portal from Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Yeah. That's a good... Oh. What are those? Got some Combine aircraft? This is just like in Half-Life 1, the cliffside. Well, that's looking a little rough. Ooh. But like... Ignore that. Like, this is like the cliffside in Half-Life 1, but now instead of seeing the mesas, we can see Super Portal. That's so cool. Looks like a Combine drop pod is being used as like a little boat down there. Oh, I'm stuck. This. Oh, no. I see. Climbed up forest. Geometry is looking a little rough, but I do really appreciate this sequence. I think one thing that would make the map look a lot better is if it had more dynamic lighting. I think they're going for overcast, though, which is hard because, like, overcast lighting looks less interesting in a game, you know, because it's like no shadows, everything is kind of uniformly lit. Thanks, Meneth. Appreciate it. Good luck with the rest. I'm a dip. Ciao. Yeah, thanks for watching, Meneth. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Or a good, yeah, I guess it's like late night for you, right? Good night. Have a good day tomorrow. I need a gun to open that door. Gun. There's no infinite ammo crate. So, like, we could potentially soft lock ourselves, right? Something to watch out for. I mean, I know it's not very realistic, but, like, a player could, in theory... Oh, there's 80 bullets. I'm not even going to demonstrate it. Okay. Maybe there's soft lock prevention. Maybe there's, like, a thing that'll respawn if it gets to 0. Letters are hard. At this point, you'd literally be trying to soft lock yourself. You're right. Oh, I think that opened the wrong way. Metrocop, 2 Metrocops. APC. What happened here? Because there's a head grab canister and the APC is flipped over. Maybe this is some chaos that happened when the super portal erupted. Citadel was destroyed. Or maybe the Combine shelled this building because there were Metrocops who defected here. Like at the end of the uprising. So you can use the airboat. Go over the goo. Rocks. Mine structure. Combine soldiers. Weirdly placed barrels. There's no grenades left. I don't have a lot of weaponry to fight these guys. Sneak into this building. Grenades, that'll come in handy. I think those guys aren't in a squad because they threw grenades two and one after the other. They were like talking over each other. Be in a squad together. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. Got him. Pop up my grenades. I should turn all of my reviews, my what did I like, what did I not like, and what would I do better. I should reformat those into a Steam comment and put it on the workshop page for each of these. Like the very uniform piles of zombie bodies. It's like, it kind of looks Left 4 Dead-esque. Uh-oh. Pipe doesn't look so good. Cool to see the acid behind the glass. Like, glass is holding it up. What do I do? Can I throw a grenade? Over. I need to actually hit that button. Oh, grenade is not the play. I think I need to climb along these pipes. They're executing the zombies. Yeah, it looks like they set up like a last stand here, and the zombies were like trying to get over the fence. Zombies all look like they kind of fell the same way. It's something where Hammer++ can help a lot because you can like pose the ragdolls in Hammer++. Old Hammer, you never were able to do that. I don't think I can make it because I won't be able to climb up this. Must be another way. Oh, is the zombies using the physics simulation? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. The physics tool lets you like have the ragdolls fall naturally. You can also like drag them around with physics force. Oh, what have I done?
Hazardous chemical detected.
What have I done?
Vital signs.
Okay. Haven't picked up their guns yet. Mod save vibes, yeah. Oh. A lot of guys. Oh. Used all my grenades because I panicked. Okay, there's more. I think that probably turned off the force field, but it's not clear to me that that's what it did. Out of here. With their guns. So let's get out of here. Pull this popsicle stand. Seven quintillion sounds every now and then. What do you mean? What do you mean, donuts? Like the soundscape? Oh, he's got an air too. Oh, that guy. Got an angle on me. I really need some health. Ooh. Did I save? I saved. Saved. One of these speed face. Ooh. Emote one. That could be an emote. That'd be a good emote actually. I need to get some more emotes. One of my friends was drawing some emotes, but he's not, oh, shoot. Okay. Not gonna be able to finish them, unfortunately. So we got like the one-up D on comfy face. I like that one. But I could just imagine one for the I show speed face.
Depleted.
Please, one up, I need this. My map is kind of hammerless. That clip is so funny. Oh, this is a cool room. Look at that. Cubes. Looks like it's like a nuclear reactor or something. That's where the toxic goo is coming from. If we're playing map, it is definitely not ending so fast because I ran out of time. Same. Same though. So that was Acid Exchange by Dr. Blinn. Do some reviewing. Honest, yeah. Acid Exchange. Materials overall were pretty good. I had some issues with the brushwork, but not with the material selection. The lighting felt very flat through the whole thing. I think that was something visually where I think more like deliberate lighting could have made the map look a lot better. The aesthetic of the map was styled after episode 2, but I don't think it like really captured what the White Forest kind of environment looks like usually. The props were pretty good though, because I liked those like the concrete pipe props that you like that scene with the water where the water like flushes you down the pipe. I thought that was really cool. I really liked seeing the destroyed citadel. I also liked the little combine aircraft, which were actually just ration pack dispensers and some other props stuck together. But I thought that was a cool effect to make like some fighters that fly by, and it was a fun reference to Half-Life 1 as well. I don't remember the sound very well. I do know there's a soundscape near the end in the combine area. There's also some sound when the combine flew by. So I would say the sound design was pretty good. There's a sound for the generator. I definitely heard there's a sound when you travel over the goo in the beginning. I think there was good sound design choices. Music choice. Now, there's only one track, but it was Hazardous Environments, and it played right during the Half-Life 1 reference, and that kind of caught me right in the nostalgia. There were some boxy rooms, though. I liked the scene with the water that moves and the combine flyover too, but it wasn't very detailed. I was able to play through without getting stuck. I've used a new or existing puzzle mechanic in a notable way. There was the electric fence, turning it on and off. There was, hi, I'm new here. Hi, what's John Peterson's name? Is it John Peterson? Is that his name? Welcome in. We're reviewing a Map Labs challenge. It's a limited time challenge to create a map for Half-Life 2. I have my own Half-Life map, but it's not finished. Oh, cool. It'll be neat to see that if you're going to publish that on the workshop or on ModDB or wherever. The map used a new or existing puzzle mechanic in a notable way. There was some good puzzles, I thought, because I liked the way you had to know to turn the generator back off again. Overall, the puzzles were pretty simple. It was like press button, turn off, shield generator. So I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. Map for Half-Life 2, didn't that come out like 20 years ago? Hi, Tyler. Yeah. You know, the 20th anniversary update was 2 years ago. Um, this challenge is called Hazardous Waste. It's a Map Labs Presents challenge. And what made this one unique is that it's on the Half-Life 2 workshop, which is a little bit more visible because a lot of people like use Steam and see it, but it has only the source code from Half-Life 2. It doesn't have any of the additions that Map Labs has added over the years. So that was kind of a challenge for me. It'll be on the Gary's Mod Workshop because I'm using Hammer++ on Gmod. It's easier. Well, Hammer++ actually works on any source engine game. It's not necessarily easier on Gmod, but Gmod is a really good platform for maps. I played a few here. Like we had our last challenge was actually for Gmod. That was called Lambda Locator. It was a prop hunt challenge. Have used a new or existing NPC way. There were NPCs in this map, but I don't think that they were used in a particularly interesting or novel way. Good luck if you're trying to make an SP map in Gmod. Gmod hard forces easy difficulty, but hard forces easy difficulty, which makes it hard to do proper combat. What do you mean, Captain Haxray? I don't quite understand that. Gmod's Hammer++ gaslit me into thinking nature red grass made detail props, but that was only a thing in Half-Life 2. Enemies are forced to do easy difficulty damage. Oh, really? Weird. Still waiting on that Raising the Bar reprint from the 20th anniversary update. Yeah. I don't think it's coming out, Donuts. I don't think there's gonna be a 20th anniversary Raising the Bar reprint. Be cool. I would buy it right away, like the day it's announced. I don't know who the protagonist of this map is in relation to the world. I vaguely understood the story that we're trying to stop some kind of facility that's polluting the environment, and it's after the Citadel is destroyed in episode 2. I wouldn't say I really understood the story. No bugs. I had fun playing it. I really liked the scene on the cliffside with the flyover. That was cool. That was well paced and yeah, I'd say it's well paced. No replay. Wasn't much of a plot, and the ending, by its own admission, was pretty rushed. How unique would I say this map is? I liked some of the things it was going for, like having a cliffside scene based on Half-Life 1, but having it set during episode 2. That was a cool idea. I wouldn't say it was like especially unique though. Like I'm giving it maybe like a 4 or 5 on that scale. Your entry is set around a coastal environment. It's not quite coastal. There was like toxic waste around, but it wasn't on the coast. It did feature a toilet in a unique way because it had that toilet that disappeared. That was kind of clever. And it contained a destruction sequence. It contained a flooding sequence. Not really destruction though, from what I remember. I don't think so. Citadel though? Yeah, the Citadel was already destroyed, but it didn't have a destruction sequence necessarily. What was your favorite thing about the map? I loved the cliffside scene where we got a view of the destroyed Citadel. You find aircraft flying overhead. I thought that was clever and nostalgic. I also really enjoyed the scene, the concrete pipe underground where water rushes in. Oh, I'm getting pelted. No, stop. I've got to do my review. Stop. Oh. Who is that? Boom Donuts. Donuts, why? What did I do? Because it genuinely scared me. It was my least favorite thing about this map. Visually, the map felt like I would say a little flat. Because of the lighting and the some geometry overly blocky, like the rocks on the cliff face. I think the presentation would have been improved. My surplus of points compelled me. Donuts, that's such a good reminder to me that I need to add more redeems. You guys probably all have like tens of thousands of points because I don't have any good redeems for you. I'm sorry, we'll come up with something good, I promise. I'm not sure when. I still need to set up the music player that Vizzy's gave me a tutorial for. I was meaning to do that this week, but I'm like, there's no time. Like my next stream is on Saturday. But between now and then, I won't really get a chance to sit down and set up the audio player. If I were to hypothetically send you a hypothetical BSP of my Gmod map, would you playtest it for me? I'm not sure. Like, if you join the Discord and you want to post it there, maybe like not just for me, but for everyone on the Discord to review, we could give you some pointers. I'm open to playtesting. I've been asked to playtest on stream like multiple times already in this challenge, and right now I really want to stay focused on this Map Labs challenge. But I also always want to help people out with mapping, so like I'm not totally opposed, but it's hard to get pencil in time for that. But definitely feel free to join the Discord, and we have channels set up for Hammer for posting screenshots and work in progress stuff, and I want it to be a space where people can share things they're working on. Let's see. What's John Peterson? Thanks for following. What's John Peterson's name? Sorry. Just out of curiosity, is your name John Peterson? I just feel like it might be. I'm not sure. It's just crazy question. But thank you for following. Appreciate it. Wib followed. Wib, are you're Tyler, right? I'm not crazy. Oh, my name isn't. I'm asking his name. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, I forgot my other Twitch login. Okay, I thought it was you, but I was like, I might be this might just be another random person. But yeah,
Oh,
thanks for joining.
what now?
Thanks for the follow too. Oh, fiddlesticks. What would I improve about for some reason today I just cannot remember the names of maps. This one's called Acid Exchange. What would I improve about Acid Exchange? There's two main things I would like to improve. Like to see improved. The ending should be more satisfying, and there should be some sense of closure. Maybe at the beginning of the map, we need more of a clue of what facility we're in does and why we might be trying to turn something off. We need some story context to give reason to the gameplay. Secondly, I would change the lighting, the environment lighting, to add more mood to the exterior areas, and maybe add more colored lighting to interiors or around doors. Tell me what's okay. That was Acid Exchange. So now I have a problem, guys. I'm trying to decide. Oh, I have an ad coming up. That might be a good time for an ad break, actually. But I'm trying to decide, should we play this map next? Or should we save that for Saturday? Because I want to do a self-review of Poison Control. And I'm going to save these two maps, Intoxication and Toxic Quarry, for Saturday. 2 maps isn't a lot, but I'm not sure if there's going to be bonus maps. If there's bonus maps, I need to make time on Saturday for the bonus maps. But I want to make sure I don't exhaust all my maps. I don't know. Discuss among yourselves. Should I just skip to the self review of poison control, or should I do this map? Where do I send my BSP? Yeah, just if you join the Discord server, there should be a link in my Twitch bio. Then there will be channels for like Hammer. You could post it there. I think there's another map there. Play TF2. I'm sorry, Twib, we're not going to be playing TF2 today. I would like to stream like TF2 Classified. If you've heard of that, that was a mod for TF2 that came out this year. Really good. Well, last year, I think, actually. Wow. 2026. Weird. I think it came out in 2025. But TF2 Classified was really fun. Yeah, I'm going to run an ad, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Thanks for staying tuned. I had to think about it, and I think I do want to play Brain Grain first, and then do my self review because we do still have time. It's 10:21. I can play until maybe like midnight, and I don't know if there like people could submit multiple bonus maps for me to play on Saturday. I think it'd be good to finish the challenge on Saturday. So if I finish early on Saturday, that's not the end of the world. I can find something else to stream, certainly. It's not like there's any shortage of things to stream. I think I want to keep going with it. I want to do Drain Grain first, and then Poison Control. So Drain Grain was submitted by Vertex. And looks like it's going to be a pretty big map. Very similar to the first one we played. So let's try it out. Before I do that, look at our scores. got a pretty wide spread of scores. I do think that this Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks should have scored higher. Trying to figure out why it ended up like averaging so low compared with 0 Point Energy Cascade. I think it might be like the uniqueness score mostly. Yeah. Engagement. I think I did that map dirty because that one was really good. I was a big fan of it. Still working out the kinks in my scoring process, as always. Perpetual work in progress, you know. Yeah, those are the first 3 maps, and now we're going to play Drain Grain. Try it. Grain.
Warning. Hazardous radiation
Grain? What does that mean? Ooh.
detected.
Okay. I like the wasteland vibes here. It's antlions are over there. You know, moving around. There they go. This doesn't feel quite like the environments we saw in Half-Life 2, because it's obviously it's got the goo like the canals, but we're not near City 17. We're not on the coast, and we're more like out in that desert area that we saw like during the teleporter accident. Background movement is peak. Yeah, I agree. I like seeing stuff moving out in the distance. So apparently our buggy has broken down here. I have to go on foot through this like old like it's kind of like that industrial town that they went through in episode 2. All mods need a bit of background movement. I agree. Like the smokestacks are still active. If anything, it kind of reminds me of Fallout. I totally see that. Post-apocalyptic vibes. The use of color was really good too, like the lighting outside. It didn't look flat because it had that like gray, like the yellow, orange, dusty look. Grab. I had grab. Just push these guys into the goop. Oh, they can't swim. By the way, it's interesting that these boxes, you would think logically they could be picked up by the gravity gun, but they can't because they're brushes. They're just part of the environment. They're not props. The mapper could have made them fizz boxes, but then those don't receive lighting. I think they're meant to be like static, but it's like a design problem when you have the gravity gun, like what things can you make static versus what things have to be movable. Planners have to choose, like, does everything need to be picked up by the gravity gun or only some things? I think it's really interesting how like Valve handled that in the base game. Pistol. Boxes filled with tungsten, that's why. The boxes are filled with tungsten, the gravity gun can't move them. Ooh, got some jumping puzzles. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Radiation levels detected.
Okay.
Vital signs are dropping.
I probably should have tried to take the long way around. Cool that I get choices one way or the other. Barnacle. Zombie saved me from the barnacle. I like that this is a gravity gun focused map. A lot of maps don't use the gravity gun because they want to be different from Ace Half-Life 2. And I like that too, but you know, it's nice to have a variety. What? Did we just pull out a comically large stopper in the bottom of this lake? How are we moving that much goo? That's insane. That was a lot of fluid that just moved. Where did it go? The comically large combined stopper in the middle of the lake, yeah. It's like how they drained the oceans. There's just like a portal in the bottom of the lake. Northern Petrol. Uh-oh. Did you see it? Shotgun. I like this map. I like the progression of it. I like how, like, new weapons are introduced. Oh. This room just has such a, like, such a fast zombie vibe, you know? Like, what is this room for? Who built this, like... You know, it looks like a wooden, like, barn or something, but it's in the middle of a town. But it just works for the horror, zombie feeling. There's just, like, a random, furnace, like, heater in here, but, like... But who cares? Like, it has the vibes, it has the atmosphere. Contaminated area, you don't say. Yeah, I gotta make a jump. Oh wait, I could go down there. Nope. You guys think I should go that way, or should I go that way? Gotta make a choice. Go this way. Oh, I can't go back. Oh. I'm curious what was the other way now. The curse of having to choose one path. I can bite him into jumping into the goo. Oh. That feels so, like, large scale. A huge map. I like the amount of detail in some of these buildings because it's like they're not very detailed, but they have like a good level of detail for the scale of the map. You know, it's like you don't need to have props everywhere if it's a really big map and you're like jumping between buildings. Oh, I'm dead. No crowbar either, so whenever I want to break something, I have to find a wall to slam it against. Oh, I'm dead. I don't like that that's an instant kill. Feels kind of unfair. I need one of those, guys. I need... Oh. Please let me climb. I just want to climb the board. Oh. Stop taking my boards. I need them. Ow. Ah. Disappointed. Okay, you know, I'm gonna let one of these take me. Oh. Nice. Thanks. I don't know if that was the intended route, but the route I'm gonna take regardless. Oh, oh. That's a cool enemy encounter. Like having them come down this shaft, there's like an element of verticality to it that I think adds tension. Gone, guys. Doesn't feel right here. Oh, wait. Lots of shotgun ammo. Bode well. Why would they give me lots of shotgun ammo? Oh! Nope.
Radiation levels detected.
Oh. What is this? Some kind of Map Labs presents toxic waste? Hazardous waste? Said it wrong. Oh, that brought the elevator back. Oh, and now I can use gravity gun. Cool. Oh, I bet this is going to be a holdout while you call the elevator type of situation. Knew it.
Minor laceration.
As is tradition. Exactly. Reminds me of another workshop map called Pitfalls. Have you played it? No, I haven't. Maybe we can add that to the lineup on Saturday if we have extra time. Is it a recent map? Oh, Vizzies, could you link it in the Discord? Pretty recent. Ah, I probably haven't played it then. That was fun. I'm really impressed by this map. Aren't I below the goo level now? Feels dangerous. I don't think I want to be below the goo level. Yeah, the Geiger counter is going off constantly. Yeah, oh no, there's the goo level. Oh, there's the... Yeah, okay, so we're still above the goo. Drain the entire lake. Oh, the volume of toxic goo. That's insane. How big is this place? Totally nuts. Oh, I see. That seems to be descending even further. That must be the comically large drain. Wonder what's down there. It needs to fix slurp sound. Yeah. Alright. Barnacles. Oh, this is the same room we saw earlier. Barnacles. I like the traversal of like going through the same rooms but with different goo levels. It feels kind of like a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time temple, you know what I mean? Like the water temple, how you're like lowering the water level, or they did the same thing in Majora's Mask. Workers. I got an achievement. It's so weird to get an achievement while playing a Map Labs. Like, that feels wrong. Also, I know you're gonna say I'm a fake fan for not having that achievement already, but remember, the achievements for the episodes got merged with Half-Life 2 during the 20th anniversary update. Does that mean it reset achievements for everybody, actually? I didn't really think about that before. Oh, I like this submerged train yard. Oh, oh no, back all in the goo. I don't think that was worth the cost. I should not have done that. Oh no! No, not the goo. No! No! We're back here. That's okay, that's fair. Only added achievements. I had 100% on base Half-Life 2 before the 20th anniversary. Didn't it add the achievements for episode 2 and episode 1? Must have, right? Are they still like tracked separately? I don't know how that works. Oh, here's the drain, and it's just a bottomless pit. That's crazy. Oh. Another holdout section. My car way up there. side am I on? The antlions or the zombies? I love NPC infighting. My favorite. Oh, I can use the gravity gun to punt them into the hole. That's so satisfying, punting them into the hole. I feel like this map really understands the gameplay of Half-Life 2 in a way that a lot of Half-Life 2 mods don't. A lot of Half-Life 2 mods use Source as just like a general first-person shooter engine, but this map like uses the physics, you know, the gravity gun interactions, water interactions, like pushing antlions into a giant hole, you know, throwing an explosive barrel at a zombie that's jumping out of the water, those kinds of things. Valve use that a lot, but I don't see them in a lot of maps. That's really cool. Get out of here. Oh, we get a little cutscene. That's sick. This is Sparta, yeah. Rain Grin by Vertex. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this, Vertex. What an awesome map. I think out of all the ones I played today, oh, that's actually really close between this one and the gravity gun one. 0 Point Energy Cascade. I think that's my favorite though. Rain Grain has got to be my favorite. Rain Grain. After this, we'll do Poison Control, and then that will wrap it up for tonight. Cutscenes in my Half-Life 2, preposterous. I need to start using them more. You know, I feel like I take the convention of Half-Life games not having any cutscenes too literally, when it was never a hard rule. It was more of a like a design constraint. Like, maps should use cutscenes because it's a good way to show off the environment. The textures were good. I liked the how the lighting didn't. It wasn't just like white lighting. It had that like orangish tint to it to show that we were in the wasteland. And indoors, I never got lost because of the lighting. I would say the aesthetic was notable. It's kind of similar to just the kinds of environments you go through in episode 2, but it also had like that wasteland look to it. Like, there's clearly outside of this area, there was like a big desert, and we could see like the power lines, just like in the scene with Lamar in Half-Life 2. I thought that was pretty unique. Props were good. I loved seeing how big the map was, and you could see like kind of the entire map from any point of it. So it's almost like instead of having like an in-game map, you could just look out over the whole area and see the kind of layout of where you were going. That's very cool. You know, Subnautica has its roots from Half-Life. How so? I'm actually really curious about that. I've played Subnautica. I've never beaten it, and I loved what I played, and I want to play more. I didn't notice too much by the way of sounds, but there was definitely a sound when I changed the level of the goo. I think it could have been done a little bit better, maybe. Like you said, like a big slurp sound. But it didn't get in the way for sure. There was music during the final holdout section that kind of kicked up the atmosphere. Oh, Natural Selection was the same developers as Subnautica? I didn't know that. Natural Selection was originally a Half-Life mod, so that makes sense. Even though, like, it wasn't super detailed, I think it was the right level of detail for a map of this size. And I loved how the environment changed, how we could lower the goo level to see more and more of the map. That was so cool. I was able to play through without getting stuck. It didn't really have any new puzzle mechanics. The main puzzle mechanic was lowering the level of goo in the map, but then it also had lots of gravity gun interactions, like moving boards to make bridges, or just throwing things at NPCs, or knocking NPCs around to kill them instead of using guns. Natural Selection and Subnautica take place in the same universe. I did not know that. That's actually really cool. This map used the fast zombies in a notable way because it had a like subsection of the map that was dedicated to introducing them. I also thought using the antlion workers was smart because they fit in the environment really well, and they also fit the theme of the toxic waste. I did not really understand who the protagonist is in relation to the world. It's probably just Gordon, and it's an alternate history. Popping in to say hello may not stay too long, so I don't want to spoil these for myself, but how are the maps looking so far? So I played 4 of them tonight. I'm about to do my self-review of my own entry, and I liked all of them. I enjoyed every single map that I played. I think the one I just played was spectacular, and the first 2 that I played were both really good. One of them had a very unique style that I really appreciated. So I've been really enjoying this challenge so far. I would say it's shaping up to be a really good one. I would say I understood the idea that the map intended to convey. It didn't have much of a plot, but it doesn't necessarily need a plot to have a story. No bugs. I enjoyed it. Folks in motion, all paced. I would say this does have replay value because there was like that alternate path that made me want to go back. Hey Billy Bob Jones, we just played Drain Grain, and I really enjoyed it. I wish there had been more plot to this map. One downside. I do think it had a satisfactory conclusion though, because escaping on the airboat was really awesome. And seeing the drain that we were using to lower the level of hazardous waste and then taking the airboat out on that was cool. I would rate this one. This isn't the most unique map, but I thought the combination of the wasteland environment. All right, the antlions are kind of driving me crazy. It's not the most unique map, but I thought the combination of a focus on physics interactions and water with the wasteland aesthetic made it pretty unique. I'll say it's either a 6 or a 7. We'll say entry is set around a coastal environment. It's not quite a coast. I think it might be a coast where the water has been drained. It's kind of coastal because there is the goo, and then there's like the surrounding like cliffs. It's kind of like a coast, but it's not really an ocean. How coastal is coastal, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say no. Features a toilet in a unique way. No toilets that I saw. It didn't really have a destruction sequence per se, but it had the goo draining out of the town, which is like the same kind of thing. I would count that. Your favorite thing about the map? I really liked all the fun physics interactions, gravity gun, hunting a head crab to a lake of hazardous goo, building bridges, planks that barnacles were stealing, and flipping antlions to a giant drain. I also enjoyed the progression of lowering the toxic waste levels to expose more of the map. This was my least favorite thing about this map. What is that one doesn't have very many negatives. I would have liked more context to who we are and where we're going. We start out in a buggy that is broken down. We escape on an airboat. Gordon Freeman, someone else, timeline or future. More context would make the map even more satisfying. What would I do to improve? I don't know. How would I improve that map? I thought it was very Valve-like in the way it was designed. Yeah. There should have been a louder sound when the blue level lowered, because that's a lot of volume of liquid moving. I don't really know what I would improve. Maybe some visual indication of where we were going. Or we broke down, or talking to someone on a radio. Given context. I am back. Welcome back. My map is broken. Can't load it anymore. Oh no. Is it like a leak in a hammer maybe? Or something more specific? You can always try to use the cordon tool to try to figure out which part of your map the problem is stemming from. It's tough when the map gets broken, but I know there's always a way to recover. I also say you should make backups as often as you can. Let's see how that map stacks up. Our lineup. So Drain Grain comes out on, not on top. It's second to the 0-point energy cascade. Rating those maps against each other feels unfair because they're both so good in such different ways. Like, Drain Grain is a massive scale map with more like Half-Life 2 gameplay with the gravity gun and physics puzzles and stuff. And then 0-point energy cascade is like Portal. It's like a tighter, more enclosed environment, but with more like custom assets and stuff. So those are they're both such good maps, but they're like very different styles. So we've completed 4 out of 8 of the maps. On Saturday, I'm going to finish the whole challenge. But I think tonight I want to play through my own entry, Poison Control, and give like maybe a self-review. And perhaps we could even try to collect some bugs. Because if there's any bugs that are like seriously affecting the experience, I can patch the map before the challenge ends. Or I can also wait until after the challenge is completely judged, and then I can change whatever I want. And I might do that. This is the first time I'm really thinking about doing potentially a director's cut of a map. Because I really think if I had given it a few more days, that map could have turned out a lot better. Let's try it out. Still works in Hammer. You might have a leak, or you might have I don't know, something preventing it from compiling. So you should look at the compile log really closely, see what it says. Probably something preventing the map from compiling before you load it into Gary's mod. Did you read the chats above? Yes, I did. Yeah. We have a map suggestion from Vizzy's. If I have extra time on Saturday, which extra time feels like an impossibility, but there's this map that I could play in addition to the Hazardous challenge maps. Looks really good. Subscribe to that real quick. Oh, subscribe to that over. So the final map we're going to play tonight is going to be my own entry into the challenge called Poison Control. And we're going to play through it. I can kind of reflect on what I wish I could have done better, you know, what I like about it, and maybe even some bug fixes that we might want to do. Try it out.
Warning. Blood toxin levels detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Edema Operational Security Manager, October 30, 1990X. My manager is Calvin, the Chief Security Officer. I think I should have done a title card, now that I think about it. Because a lot of these maps had title cards, and it's like the option or the workshop menu doesn't give you title. The hopium on the no, it's not hopium. It's important to the plot, Apple. I don't know if it was really clear that this is like a significant thing, but that's the very first visual that the map opens on. And this model is from Entropy 02. It's made by Kralik, and it's like a recreation of the Half-Life 1 syringe. I hope it's okay how many Entropy 02 assets I used in this. I also used a lot of stuff from Left 4 Dead. But the Entropy 02 assets in this are not just for the environment. They're like lore important, you know, because it'll have to do with the story. The map is pretty small. Is it okay if before you're done streaming could you possibly play it? I want to focus on bugs in this entry before I finish stream. I was hoping to maybe play some extra maps on Saturday after my stream, but we'll see how much time I have left after this. If there's extra time, I could do that. This is showing an area that we can't get to yet without the crowbar, kind of maybe an early indication that the crowbar is going to be a key item. I was going to have a way to get back up here later on, but then I never did that. Entropy uses Entropy 0 assets, shocker. Yeah, it's because this map is part of a story that I was making that actually was going to be an add-on for Entropy 02. We're going to use some of the code from EZ2 for the gameplay. I don't like how my soundscape that I set up for the vents, like the vent sound stops playing after a little bit. I don't know what went wrong there, but I don't think that's enough of a bug where that I can justify submitting a bug fix for that. I think the soundscapes I should leave until after the challenge is done. You might notice that I used the Entropy 02 Arbite items in this map, and that, again, that's lore related. This is actually the place where those items were made, is the story behind it. But it's cool how in the Half-Life 2 workshop you can like replace assets for your campaign, and it only loads those assets in your own campaign. If you load a different campaign, it'll unload your assets. That's nice because that was always a problem with mapping challenges, is if people want to overwrite assets in the game, that would affect everybody else's entry, so that's like a big no-no. But on the Half-Life 2 workshop, it gives you a way to, like, each person gets their own isolated workspace. I think that's pretty cool. That's like maybe the one benefit of using the workshop over using a mod template with map base, but doesn't make up for all the things that we lost for not having map base. I have some mixed feelings about using a poison headcrab here. I think a lot of people are going to say that this breaks the lore because the poison headcrabs were, according to common wisdom, created by the Combine. I don't think they were created by the Combine, first of all, but I think that a lot of people will be confused by that. I also think using a poison headcrab here made it look really silly because he just kind of saunters away really slowly. I wanted it to be like a fast skitter away. Maybe I could have done that better. Why was the power usage for your file explorer so high? Maybe you're copying a lot of files or something. One of the items that I have on my Trello is to add wires and cables and pipes to this crawl space. This looks so bad. I had intended to like go back and detail this more, but then that was the kind of thing that I ran out of time to do. Sad.
Warning. Blood toxin levels detected.
And soda. Add sprinkler props? Ooh, that's a really good idea. That would look great there.
Warning. Blood toxin levels detected.
I have a trigger in this hallway that will trigger the venom warning every 15 seconds, I think it is. I didn't realize how quick that is. I thought 15 seconds was enough time that it wouldn't trigger very often, but I was wrong. I really hope it doesn't annoy people. I wanted to periodically have that go off to remind you that this character has poisoned himself, as the name implies. I don't know if that was really obvious, though. Also, this drip from the pipe. So cool, but I did have this problem where it was like sliding across the floor. Now it actually seems like it's fixed now.
Warning. Blood toxin levels.
This room doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I could have had so much more decoration in here. I wanted to have some lore where this is like the room where stakeholders would be shown like presentations about this new product. I wanted to have like a projector and a conference table and stuff, and I just didn't get around to any of that. The bug. That health kit should have been in there. Here's our apparatus. Now, I have some issues with the main puzzle mechanic that we'll get to. I don't think it was very obvious, and I'm worried that a lot of people are going to be confused. I've already gotten some comments on the Steam Workshop about how like confusing this puzzle is. Cheese Dreamer made this graphic, mixed the formula. It looks fantastic. This adds a lot to the map and the presentation value, I think. So this is supposed to be like a, in case of emergencies, break glass. I do notice that it doesn't always work. Like, I had my girlfriend play through the map yesterday, and she couldn't get this open, and it wasn't really her fault. It's like you need to hit it at exactly the right angle. I think we should have made that a little bit more fragile, because it's not supposed to be hard to do. But I do really like that. T-Op made that puzzle. So this map was actually a joint map between myself and my friend T-Op. He designed this entire puzzle in this room, and he also did some stuff in the bathroom that we're gonna see. Soda's like Slurm. No, this isn't the pumpkin soda. This is from the pipes. Not green. Yeah, I should try the puzzle. So, see this 9 is lit up. 3 buttons here. I press this one. Something happens. Number goes down. This light turned on. So I can add more. Press this button. Number goes down more. But we can't get the number to go up. Now the number 10 is replaced with a little arrow. In order to get to 10, we're going to have to go up from 3. And we can't do that. Can't get through here until we solve the puzzle. By mixing the pH. So we have to do something. So what seems to be the problem here? Well, there's this pipe. And pipe is leaking. It goes over there. I just realized when I was working on the map, I had a Left 4 Dead like override for this prop. And that didn't actually ship. Now we have like a Half-Life 2 style. Which is fine, actually. I like that better, but weird, like, that in my workspace it was the Left 4 Dead version, and then it ended up being the Half-Life 2 version. Now we can get into this room. With the Slurm.
Blood toxin levels detected.
There's our first head crab. I think I probably should have left the head crab reveal till the next room. I think that was kind of a spoiler. Think hard enough about it. I forgot to do. Every map needs a toilet. Yeah, I've added this little section. I'd love to throw a pumpkin soda reference in my AU. Oh, that'd be nice. A fun nod. No. No. Got a little early pistol here. Bees Dreamer created a alternate skin for the pistol to make it black or gray. I just wanted it to not look like the USP from Half-Life 2. I would have wanted to use like the Glock from Glock from Counter-Strike. I used the firing sound from the Glock. I found an add-on on the workshop that I think would have worked really good for this. It was the Left 4 Dead 2 pistol with Gordon's hand. So I think if I could use that add-on, that would have been more like the effect I was going for. But I didn't have enough time, so I wanted to just like do something simple, throw a texture on it. Get our shotgun. And this is the Arbite Security Officer model. I should make like a unique model for Miracle Cure, the place that we are, but I didn't have time for that. Evil Toilet strikes again, but it didn't get me this time. We're keeping head crabs in these little crates. I wanted to have the zombie like burst through these, but I didn't set it up properly, so kind of awkwardly shuffles around. Gonna work? Is it gonna do it? Oh, it almost worked. You can do it, man. You got this. He can't do it. Why didn't I just have like on take damage break on this one? You know? Would have been way better. Really, I was not thinking. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for, is I wanted him to punt this. Yeah, I wanted him to punt it at me. Didn't really work. You know what? I should make a bug report for that, actually. That, bug report. Bug. Now, I don't think this, I can't justify this bug being a bug fix, I don't think, because it's not really, like, it's more of a design flaw than a bug. So I don't think I'm going to do a submission for that, but I might, if I'm doing like a director's cut version, I might fix that. The zombie behind the stack of 2 crates and the head crab storage room should burst through crates and surprise the player. That's what I intended, but I didn't really set it up properly. That guy is stuck. At least he's kind of intimidating. Hopefully that scared some players. These kennel props actually made really good things for the zombies to throw at you.
Depleted.
Oh, there's Z fighting. That I might actually be able to submit a fix for. Because I noticed this texture on the stair is misaligned, as well as I've got Z fighting on that stair. And that is squarely a bug. I mean, it's cosmetic, but it is a bug. I have this card for it, and I also should have bug. Textures on the rail on the side of the stairs. Grab goo room are misaligned. And receive red lighting. They shouldn't. There's a lot of things I want to do. Like, I'd like to make more items in this room so you could, like, search around and find things. I also think that the map is too short. Like, if I was making a director's cut, I'd want to have this actually be a locked door. And then maybe you have to go through, like, a vent over here.
Blood toxin.
Or, like, maybe the vent is, like, over here. The vent will take you around to here, and so you go through, like, some other rooms. I think that would be a more satisfying progression, because as it stands, the map is just so short.
Levels detected.
I was really rushing to get it in on the deadline. Ammo down here. I used the crowbar from Mechanophobia. I just wanted the crowbar to look different. I just think it's kind of fun when things look a little different. I am immensely proud of this destruction sequence. We're gonna watch it together. The goo's coming. Oh, it's flowing. Oh no, the goo is flowing in. I spent way too much time on that. Absolutely worth it. Little pop in there. I think that is enough of a bug that I could actually justify doing a fix for that one. Call that a bug. That's because the zombies are set to sleep state and they wake when there's a threat, but they wake too late. Like they wake when the player actually looks at them, and that kind of janky. I should probably have something that like wakes the zombies when the player goes in here, or like you have like an enemy finder over here that's looking at the door, something where they don't pop in like that.
Warning. Blood toxin levels detected.
Okay, so now we have our P3 on. Oh, as we can see, the lights are on, and there's also like some gas that's venting out of the pipes. Now that P3 is turned on, we can add some P3. We're at 9. Okay, so if we add some more, we're gonna overshoot 10 and get to 11. Uh-oh. Now the light above P5 lights up. That in. Now we're at 8. We do P3 one more time. And we get to 10. I like that puzzle a lot on paper. I find when I watch people actually play through it, it's not intuitive what's going on. Like, that's not a very satisfying puzzle because people don't know what the numbers mean. They don't know what the buttons do. T-Up and I have to work a lot on making this more intuitive and more fun, I think. But I am happy, at least with how the graphic turned out and how, like, the look of it is. This cool little room. And just the general, like, the idea of it. You know? Again, I wonder if people will think that this is breaking the lore because poison headcrabs didn't really exist at this point in the timeline. But I had a whole explanation written up as to like why there would be poison headcrabs here, but I didn't really have time to implement any of it into anything that is tangible on the map. That was poison control. Thing. Not how
Speaking.
dialing a phone sounds.
This is Mike.
Ugh, this better be important.
Pipes burst. Some of the specimens got out.
Mike, I am out of the office. Call Calvin.
Calvin's not here. He left on vacation. I don't think you understand the severity of the situation here.
And I don't think you understand how important my meeting with Arbite is.
I got hurt, Jazz. I had to inject myself with the new product.
What? You idiot! Get down to my office now! An anti-venom in there.
Vacation from Halloween Horror 7, The Grid 2. I'm so happy you recognize that, Heppel.
I gotta go. I'll call Calvin after the meeting and he'll be there tomorrow. Just hang in there until then, okay? Good luck. Mike, don't do anything stupid. Jazz out.
Jazz out. Heppel, it makes me so happy that you recognize that. I'll talk about it a little more in a second. I am so bummed that the voices are so quiet. I thought, I went in Audacity, I normalized the audio, I even amplified it a little bit. I've been told, oh, don't amplify the audio, it'll lose its quality or something. I amplified it, I normalized it. I thought that the audio levels were fine, but it just sounds so quiet in game. I don't know why. One thing that I want to do is I want to make the sounds of the zombies banging on the glass a little quieter, because it like kind of overpowers Jazz's voice. So I want to amplify all of Jazz's lines, and I want to override the sound script for the glass banging sound and make it quieter. I don't know if I could justify doing that for a patch. Like maybe I can, because that is just kind of a flaw. It's kind of a defect. Like it's not really changing the design of the map to make the audio a little louder, making it like slightly more working. Gotta go now. Bye. Oh, see you, donuts. Thanks for watching. I Am Legend ending. Was that the I Am Legend ending? I don't really remember how I Am Legend ended. But yes, Heppel, that was a reference to Vacation from Halloween Horror 7, The Grid 2. Vacation was a map that T-Up made by himself while I was working on Mechanophobia, and it's also part of our story that we're working on called Company Values. So Vacation was like a prequel to Company Values, and this is also, I guess, this map, Poison Control, is like a prequel to Vacation. So even though we haven't released Company Values yet, we got it into like maybe a test build that was like one map that wasn't the whole story, right? Like a snippet of Company Values. We've made like a prequel to it that like was sort of like a trailer, and then we made a prequel to the prequel. So we're like building up to the story. You plan to update this map sometime later? I know that I want to update it. I think I want to do some bug fixes, but I don't want to like. Bug fixes it's on the honor system, but you're not supposed to change the map or take advantage of bug fixes. Bug fixes should only be for things that are genuinely game breaking. I don't think in that playthrough that I found anything that was genuinely game breaking. There were a few things I found that are, I think, justifiable, like some Z fighting that it just looked bad. It could just be fixed. It's not really like a substantial change. It was just like a visual bug in the map. Yeah, the bugs that I found. Let me organize my Trello right now. We're gonna go over the hammer scene. So changing the soundscapes, I'm gonna call that post-release because I think that is not a bug. That's not something I can justify doing. Adding new soundscapes, again, not a bug. The zombies popping in when you wake them up, that is a bug, and I think that is justifiable to submit a fix for, because it's simply not working the way it was intended to, and we could fix it. It wouldn't substantively change the way the map plays. Same with the Z fighting. Detailing the crawl space, though, that's going to be post-release, because that's something I want to do, but it does change the look of the map, and it's not a bug. This bug as well, the zombie that's behind the stack of 2 crates, that's more of a design defect. I'm not going to do that for a fix. So basically, for a fix, I can only do these 3 things. Those are bugs. All of these things are like things I want to add, and maybe I will do like a director's cut edition. I think that would be a lot of fun. I could do that maybe for like when am I gonna have time? I guess it'll depend on when the scores come out for the challenge, but maybe I could work on that in the rest of August, maybe a little bit of September, but I'm gonna have more projects coming up really fast. So who knows when there will be time or if there will be time, but I want to release an update for this. I'm also going to say, and I think I can do this in a patch because it is just making it like work better without changing the design. The audio, I'm going to amplify Jazz's lines so they are more audible. I might even say, okay, like for a fix, add game text for captions when the characters are talking. And that's not a bug, but the reason why I think that might be appropriate for a fix is because I submitted my entry with captions, the way that I would have captions in a normal map labs, and it seems like the Half-Life 2 workshop just doesn't load captions. So even though there are captions, the game doesn't load them. I think I should change the map to have like just in-game text that shows captions, because it's really important for readability so people can understand what the characters are saying. It's kind of lame. I don't like that, but I think that might be necessary to make sure that the story works as it was intended. And one more thing I was going to do is this one's pushing it, but I think it's also justifiable. Override sound script for zombies banging on glass. Make the sound quieter. It'll make it easier to hear jazz. And that one, I'm not sure if that's quite a bug fix, but I do think that there's a problem with Jazz's lines not being audible enough, and that would be one way to make it a little bit better. So these are things that I might put in a patch, my to-do column. Everything that's in post-release is like either improvements or cosmetic changes or design changes that are not, they would change the map too much for me to submit before judging is done. But also, I don't know when I'm going to have time to work on these things, so maybe it's a moot point. Maybe by the time I actually fix these things, the judging will be done. That's another possibility. Yeah, that's where I'm at with my fixes. Let's do a self-review. This map was called Poison Control. Do my self-review. I'll go back over here. I thought the textures were pretty good, if I do say so myself. I used some textures from Left 4 Dead that I think gave it a much better, like, 90s pre-Half-Life office kind of look. I liked the lighting. I think I could have done a little bit better with the lighting in the rooms that had the goo in them. They were just so saturated with green lighting. Like, I could have used more of the wall lighting to, like, direct the player around. But overall, I'm satisfied with the lighting. I think the aesthetic was unique. I hope it was notable. Because it's an office and it's more of that Left 4 Dead or Counter-Strike style than Half-Life. Use lots of props. I didn't really have like a skybox or any like large areas. I don't know if I can give points for the composition. That could also be things like leading your eye through the scene, but I don't know if I did a good job with that. I didn't really have a lot of verticality in my map. Sound design, I like it overall, although there's a lot of things I wish I could have done better with the soundscapes. Music, I'm going to give myself a big fat 0 because I ran out of time to do music, and I am sad about it. I wish I would have done more music. I would say there were no box rooms, although some of the rooms are close to being box rooms. I did have some detailed geometry in them, but they are a bit too rectangular. Like, I could have done more to break up the angles, I think. The environment felt dynamic. I'm going to give myself points for that because of the pipe bursting scene that I made. I'm so proud of. I would say that it's highly detailed because I used my new tile method that was brand new for this challenge. I hope that was a fair score. It's always hard to score myself. I think most players are able to get through without getting stuck, although some players did get stuck on the puzzle. But from what I've seen, all two playtests that I've watched, they did get through the puzzle eventually. It just took a long time. I've used a new or existing puzzle mechanic. The new puzzle mechanic would be the mixing the goo, and then having to turn the goo on for a P3. I think it counts. New or existing NPC in a notable way. Maybe the zombies, but that's not really notable. I don't know if I deserve points for that. They're tied into the story, but they aren't really used in like an exceptionally interesting way in gameplay. I hope people understood who the protagonist is in relation to the world, because I had the text on the screen at the beginning, and then at the end, there's Mike talking to Jazz. You get a little bit of context about what his job is. Hopefully the story made sense. I didn't find any serious bugs. I hope people enjoyed it. I hope it was evocative. I think the scene at the end is really funny. I'm really proud of how the zombies banging on the glass turned out. Well paced. I think it was well paced. I wish it was longer. I think it's a little too short. So it's like the opposite of giving me fatigue. I don't think it has any replay elements. I wanted to add replay elements, but I don't think I did that. Hopefully the story was enjoyable, and I think the conclusion is satisfactory. How unique is Poison Control? What do you guys think? Is Poison Control unique? I'm gonna ask you, chat, what would you score Poison Control on the uniqueness meter? I think, like, I don't want to rate myself too high, but I think it would be maybe like an 8, 7 or an 8, because it has like a unique environment. Like that's usually what I'm looking for, is that it's different from other maps, and I think this was different from other maps. So I'm thinking maybe a 7, like what I gave Drain Grain and Inner City 17 a 7. Maybe even an 8, because it is like a totally unique setting. Not many other maps like that. I'm gonna pat myself on the back and give myself an 8. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to do the self-review. It's not set in a coastal environment. It does have a toilet, and it does have a destruction sequence. My favorite thing about the map? This feels a little redundant because it's my own entry, but let's do it anyways. Gotta give it a fair shake. I am proud of how the ending scene turned out, because Archie's or Sniffy's voice acting sounded great, and the zombies banging on the glass added comedy to the scene, because it made Jazz's dismissal of the situation feel over the top. Voice acting was good. I'm glad you think so. My friend Sniffy or Stashy did the voice acting for Jazz. You might remember her from the Company Values trailer way back in 2023, when she was called Stashy, and she came back to be Jazz in this entry, and I think she did a really good job. I didn't give her hardly any notes, and I didn't give her hardly any time, so I wish I could have handled the voice acting better. Like, ideally, you should have like a lot of notes for the actor for how the lines should be read and what the context is, and there should be like a back and forth about it. There should be a longer editing period, but I was kind of like, hey, I'm working on this like limited time challenge thing. It's due in 3 days. Can you record these lines? And she did it, and she did a really good job. So I'm really happy with that. I think it turned out great. It was very different from Microcosm. When we did the voice lines for Dr. Zielinski, I sat down in a room with Rodent Girl, and we both had the microphone, and I could just talk to her directly about the lines as we were going. So we had a lot more back and forth when Rodent Girl and I were doing the Microcosm lines, whereas with Sniffy in this challenge, like, I just sent her the script and I was and prayed, basically. And the difference is time, right? Like, you know, doing it the right way. And even with Microcosm, like, I didn't take nearly as much time as, like, I think Rodent Girl and I should have done like 2 or 3 different sessions for Dr. Zielinski, but we did not have time. There's never time. I also really enjoyed the destruction sequence. The pipe. As the first time trying to crudely simulate fluids in Source. This is my least favorite thing about the map. I feel like Poison Control is too short. I would have liked more alternate paths, ashes, and combat encounters. Make it more interesting. What I improve about the map, actually, counter to what I just said was my least favorite thing, the puzzle needs to be explained better. The buttons that lower the vat, well, no, the buttons that control the chemicals in the vat need to be facing the vat so you can see what each button does. Middle button, lower the vat, is redundant. It should be removed. Instead, each button should just pour the chemical and lower the vat. The numbers also need to be more clear. Basically, if there's only one thing I could change about the map, it would be the puzzle. Like, I think the puzzle kind of kills the map because a lot of people aren't going to get it. And it's just not, yeah, it needs to be better. That's something I will gladly change if I do a director's cut. That's my self-review. Scores. Ooh, I scored my own map way too high. That's embarrassing. Somehow it scored higher than Drain Grain? No, that's not right. No, that's embarrassing. I didn't think it was better than Drain Grain. Like, genuinely. Drain Grain was such a good map. I think it's that uniqueness score that's like messing up the average. Can I lower the weight of the maybe I'll okay. Hear me out. Yeah, this might be crazy, but I'm gonna lower the weight of both the uniqueness and the bonus. The rubric is rigged. You rigged it, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, I'm rigging it right now. I'm unrigging it, I guess. Try this. Okay, how do these scores look? Now we've got Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel 74 points. 0 Point Energy Cascade is 91. Acid Exchange 49. Train Grain is 83, and Poison Control is 80. I don't feel like Poison Control is getting way too much credit. Maybe it's because my rubric favors like narrative elements, and a lot of these maps were kind of lacking in that. Like Drain Grain and Inner City 17 Metro Wasteworks channel didn't really have like a good like hook for who the protagonist is or what the outcome of the story is. And maps don't necessarily need that, but that's like my personal preference. So maybe that's why it seems rigged and it's giving Poison Control too many points. Because when I make maps, I do the things that I want to see in other maps. So my map is getting too many points. I don't think it deserves 80 points. I think it's maybe a strong 70. You know, like I'm happy with how it turned out. I wish I had more time to work on it. I also have my takeaways of what I'm going to change. Also, we talked about the voice acting in Poison Control. Let me just go ahead and give a shout out to Goofy Leaf, actually Archie TV right now. I'm going to shout out Archie TV because she voiced Jazz in this entry and she did a fantastic job and deserves your attention. She was playing a funny visual novel game today. I tuned in for parts of that. It was pretty hilarious. She does a little bit of voice acting on her streams when she plays games like that don't have acting. She'll do like different character voices, and it's entertaining and it's a good time. So definitely give her a follow. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do a raid. So, one more time. No, actually, wait. Before we raid, Billy Bob Jones, you asked me if I could play your map on the stream. I have 23 minutes. Is that enough time to play your map, or should I save your map for Saturday? Because I'm pretty much at the time when I would normally end stream, but I'm not opposed to running through the map really quick and giving comments. But if you think you want to like have it be less of a rush, then I'll save it for Saturday. How many VTubers do you know? Why do you always ask me that, Busies? Also, Sniffy is not a VTuber. She became a flesh tuber. So that's one less VTuber that I know. I like VTubers. I like the medium of VTubing. I think it's really cool. I think the reason why I'm using my webcam is because I don't want to distract from the mods that I'm playing. You know, like my channel is about level design and modding, and I don't want to play like a character because that's not the kind of stream. It's not that kind of stream. But I've definitely thought about like, what if I was a VTuber? It'd be so cool to have a little model and add all the toggles and all the cool VTuber stuff. I think it's a neat medium. Really short. Let me give it a try. Is that the hazardous environment.bsp that you posted? And do you recommend loading this in Half-Life 2? Okay. I'm gonna save hazardous environments.bsp my episode 2 folder. I'm not sure, because now that Half-Life 2 has the whole like episode loading thing, I'm not sure how it works anymore. If I was to say map hazardous environment, let's try this out. This your map? How did the APCs get in this room? Oh, through that door. I don't have my hazard suit yet, so I can't turn the flashlight on. It's contraption. I can go that way. There's like a vent up. Oh, it's over there. I need to bring the gum with me. That zombie is gonna get out. Here's the guy we heard. He tells me there's probably a fast zombie behind this door. Get the power on. use of soundscapes. Like all these rooms with staircases connected to this big room. What is this for? It feels like we're in the back rooms. Other one. Oh, there's our suit. Why did they remove the zombie eating people animation? Isn't that only in Half-Life 1? I don't think it was necessarily removed, right? Just never used in Half-Life 2. Like, I don't think there's any cases where a zombie would be eating a person in Half-Life 2. That's too many fast zombies. Uh-oh. There we go. Did it? Uh-oh, there's more of them. Where are we? Like a dead end. Oh, is this as far as the map goes? Where the load would be. Oh, okay. Yeah, so good job with the map. I'm not gonna kill all these guys, I don't think. I can try.
Morphine administered.
Good job. So here's my thoughts so far. I think you should start with the HEV suit if possible, because when you don't have the HEV suit, you don't have access to the HUD or the sprint. So it can be very awkward. If you can't sprint, then if you're crossing like a large room, then it feels very like awkward. And you also won't know how much health you have, although you do have regenerating health when you have no suit. Also, the flashlight is part of the suit. So I think you need a flashlight because if you're making a map that's predominantly dark, you need the flashlight to be able to see. So I would really strongly recommend putting the HEV suit at the beginning. In general, I think the map is too dark. Now, I understand it's supposed to be dark because you turn the lights on when you get the power back on. But I think you should still use lights strategically in places where the player has to go to kind of like brighten up the environment a little bit. Like you could use like different colors, like maybe this color light is when you turn the power on, but maybe there's like well, you had like dim red lights for part of it, but I thought the red lights were actually too dim. Like you might want to have more like brighter red spotlights so that like you can see just see where you're going in general. Like I just thought it was very dim. I also didn't like the flickering light there because even though it was very atmospheric, it's like when you're trying to solve a puzzle and there's a flickering light, it's kind of like flashing lights in your eyes, you know? Yeah, first thing, put the hazard suit at the beginning. I would say it should be less dark. Even if you're going for dark, try to make it look dark in other ways, like have like bluish lighting or, you know, have certain areas that are in shadow, but making it completely dark makes it really hard to navigate. I would say, like, more generally, like think about what kinds of spaces you're in and like what that space would be used for, and then try to put little context clues around to like what the room was for. Even if it's not like super realistic, like you don't have to go for realism, but like this room, maybe they were draining the goo out of something, so there should be like a big pipe through the middle of the room, or maybe, you know, maybe one of the side rooms was storage, so there should be shelves. But like if you have like in your mind like a purpose for each room, then you start to get little cues into what you can add to add more detail. I think that could be helpful. I thought there were too many zombies on the way back. Like in this room, there's like just like dozens of them. I think you could do with just like a couple at a time, because there are like so many on that encounter on the way back. You're not gonna run out of them. What else? I'll show you the tiny little bit I have the second map. Sure. Yeah, that'd be fine. You missed the super secret G-Man sighting? Yeah, I didn't see it. Was that when you turned the power on? I would also say, okay, so first thing was suit placement. Second thing was lighting. Third thing was like for each room, try to come up with a purpose, even if it doesn't make a lot of sense, just like a very simple thing. And then the next thing I was gonna say is try, whenever you're making like a room, try to break it up with shapes. Like try to come up with any other, like maybe in here there could be like pillars on the walls, or there could be like maybe the corners could be rounded off. But anything that you do to take a room that is mostly like rectangular or cubic, and then like add definition to it, will kind of like confuse your brain into seeing it as more like a real space. And like in these big like stairway rooms, something that could help would be like guardrails. 'Cause you, like any real staircase is gonna have guardrails around it. And that might not work if you expect players to jump down, but you know, those like little details go a really long way. What else? I think that's kind of all my thoughts so far. I didn't really know like why we're here or like where we are. So like something at the beginning that gives you more of an idea of like what kind of place we're in or what we're trying to do would really help. Yeah, that's all my thoughts so far. Did you post that in the Discord? That up real quick. Oh, we don't have our suit. Should I give myself weapon? Or this is probably just to like view it, so we don't need to. Oh. That's really a liminal space. Whoa.
You made it just in time. We gotta clear out of here before we're discovered. This is no time to be wandering around. The Combine's closing in. Here they come! Ah, Gordon Freeman.
They're rebels. Changes the vibes so much. That's a lot of Combine soldiers. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. I do something? I did something. Oh, that's a lot of Combine. I can tell you've got like NPC spawners and they're probably like uncapped. Yeah, is there anything more for me to check out, or do you think this is like roughly it?
Here, ammo!
Also to raise the water level to eventually reach the top. Oh, that's cool. That'll be fun. That's kind of like the map that I was just playing. I will say this room completely changed the vibe of the environment, because I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but it feels almost like a back rooms kind of thing, like the pool rooms. All the ceramic tile and water, and it's just like bigger than it should be. It's like feels very like, you know, it also feels liminal is like this. Maybe it's just unfinished, but like this gate being just in the middle of the room between the pipes, not connected to anything. feels very like liminal space. So maybe that's not what you're going for. Maybe you're just like still working on it. If that is what you're going for, I think that could be an interesting angle of like this is some kind of liminal, you know, mindscape place. I don't know. I don't know if that's what you're going for or not. But I think puzzles with water level will be a lot of fun, especially if you can like drown all the Combine. I don't know how you're gonna get your guys up there though, unless they also drown, which would be sad. Um,
Freeman, ammo!
I think you should keep working on this. You're doing a good job so far. Yeah, I think that's it for my playtesting today. We want to raid through my follow list. Few options. Maybe that person. That person. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, have a good night, Billy Bob Jones. I'm going to decide on a raid. Sign off here. It's this person. Let me mute my audio real quick. My friends is playing Team Fortress 2. Ah, there's ads though. See, we're either gonna raid one friend who's playing Team Fortress 2, another friend who's playing Final Fantasy 14, or somebody who's playing an indie game called Giant's Heart. That sounds kind of interesting. We got options. Check this. Good night, Vizzies. Let's raid my friend CJ Guts playing Team Fortress 2. And hopefully I'll see all of you on Saturday when I finish my review of the challenge, Hazardous Waste. So far, this has been a great challenge. I've been really enjoying all these entries. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying watching them too. And I can't wait for the challenge to end officially. Yeah, I'm technically reviewing it before it's even out. But yeah, I can't wait to play the rest of the maps. See you guys on Saturday. And give CJ Guts your best. He's raided me a few times. He's a friend from VR chat, and he plays a lot of Team Fortress 2. So let's go see what they're up to. Go raid. Raid. All right. See you guys next time. Have a good night.